And big waves out there. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Holy smokes, has this been an amazing week already? It's so crazy. Eric said it was God's idea to slow us down. And I think that everybody accelerated. They got stuck in their house and they said, okay, well, I guess it's time to work. So it's been really fun. So if you had reached out to me and you needed some help with something, I apologize. I've got it written down. I just haven't quite got there yet, but I promise it's coming. But super excited. I appreciate your persistence in reaching out to me. Keep it up, because that's the word for today. So today's word comes to us from Leanne Thomas. It's her word of the year. And I love this word because it just really paints such a picture of what we want to do in our life. Like, we all want to be a little bit more persistent in how we achieve different things, right? So the definition is continuing firmly, oh gosh, or a word that I don't know how to say, or, oh gosh, obstinate. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to put it in the chat. I, honest to goodness, have no idea how to say. I don't even know if I can spell it. Okay, hold on. We're going to copy this word, but we're going to just skip over it. We're going to say continuing firmly in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. And you guys can read that word and you can tell me later how to say it. I appreciate you. But continuing to exist or endure over a prolonged period. So flaming enthusiasm backed up by horse sense and persistence is the quality that makes frequently for success. Most frequently makes for success. And that's Dale Carnegie. And I'll put that one in the chat too, because I butchered it. Let me try that one more time, Leanne, because I'm not doing your word justice. Flaming enthusiasm backed up by horse sense and persistence is the quality that most frequently makes for success. And that's Dale Carnegie. And I feel like, sometimes people can call persistent people stubborn, right? Like, oh, they're so stubborn. But I'm going to say that being persistent is stubbornness with a purpose. And that's something that I tell myself all the time, because I have a stubborn little one, probably two, but my son's a little bit more agreeable. He doesn't show it quite as much as my daughter does. But I always say this will bode you well as an adult. The fact that you can dig your heels in, thank you, Leanne, I'll practice after. The fact that you can dig your heels in and keep moving even when kind of other people are coming at you or obstacles are coming at you and they're really trying to slow you down. So the quote that I found that I thought really spoke to me was, success is not the absence of failure. It's the persistence through failure. And that's Aisha Tyler. And I think that we've all had times where we kind of gave up, right? We said, oh goodness, I can't keep moving. Oh goodness, I'm not going to be able to do this. Oh goodness. And then there's also times when we decided to persevere and we pushed through. And I think about so many of you on here through, some challenges maybe in your previous businesses, and, kind of the way that we were able to end up here together, which I'm so grateful for, because we're better together, right? But there was some challenges there. But all these faces, if you're part of our team, you persevered. So how can we be more persistent? That's what I looked into. Like, what can Andrea do to develop this trait, to have a little bit more success and move forward? So first of all, set clear goals. So if I don't know what I'm working towards, then how in the world am I going to persist to get there? It's a difficult thing if I'm just driving around blind. So set those clear goals and then keep them in mind. So, sometimes it can help to have them posted, right? Where you see it every single day. So maybe it's your screenshot on your phone, or you've got it written up on your refrigerator. Or if you're like me, you have a desk that you can write on. So you can put things right here. So it's in front of you every time that you sit down. It's like, well, why am I sitting back in this chair? Oh, here are my goals. I'm going to go get them. So it's really neat to have them just right there. Number 2 is to have that growth mindset. And I know we've talked about this before. This is something that was actually a new concept to me just a couple of years ago. I hadn't even heard the term, but what is a growth mindset? It just means that you believe you can do more. It means that you believe that you can learn something new. It means that you don't believe the saying, old dog can't learn new tricks, right? It just means that you're willing to try one more time, and that you know that a failure isn't forever. It's just a stepstone. Then you're going to learn the lesson and you're going to move on. Number 3 ties in really nicely with yesterday's word, which is don't be afraid to make mistakes. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And be nice to yourself through that process. And that will absolutely help you develop more persistence when you realize, oops, that wasn't the right course of action, but that's okay. I tried it. I did it scared. And maybe I didn't get quite where I wanted to go, but I can course correct and keep moving forward. Number 4 is to embrace challenges and realize that they're just that. It's just a challenge. It's something that's making me stronger. It's something that's making me better. It's something that I get to overcome. Number 5 is to be positive. So, and I don't mean, sometimes I can be guilty of being, somebody called me a Pollyanna, where I can live a little bit in a bubble where you can get caught up in this kind of false positive that's imaginary, but be positive in the real world. So yes, I know that there's challenges. Yes, I know that there are obstacles. And yes, I know that I can overcome them. So have that belief and that positive mindset. Number 6 is to be consistent. So when we consistently take action, and we consistently plan for that action, it allows us to be persistent as we're moving forward. Next is to surround yourself with really good folk. And I love beautiful humans. And I love all the people that we have in our life, but some people are incredible and wonderful and lovely, but they spend more time pulling us back, right? When we're striving for something, they're questioning us. When we're striving for something, they're saying, oh, I don't think you can. So try to find the people that are going to balance that. Like this beautiful community where you can plug in and it's all humans that are striving to do a little bit more. They're taking their 10,000 steps a day, or they're picking up their phone and making those calls, or perhaps they're posting, whatever it may be, but they're being persistent so they can encourage you to keep moving as well. And then lastly, remind yourself what you're fighting for. So, a lot of times we hear about your why, your why, your why. And sometimes we have these really superficial whys that we'll tell people, oh, I just want to make $1 million. Well, right. Who doesn't want to have a bank account that affords that they can do whatever they want to do? But why? What's the value in that? So if you can peel back that onion, where for me, my love language, my why is options. I want options for myself. I want options for my babies. I want to be able to say yes to all the things that are going to grow them and make their life better. A great example of that I had to say yes to yesterday, and I'm so sad about it and so happy about it at the same time. So you guys know Kay, that's my 18-year-old. And she has been working towards getting a job in Colorado for the summer. And yesterday she got approved for the position, and mom cried and cheered at the same time, because that means that May 20th, I dropped my kid off in Colorado and I won't see her again till August. And then she's supposed to leave again in September. So, but that's part of life, right? And part of being able to say yes. So what did that have to do with me? Well, I got to get her there. Right? I've got to be able to have the resources behind me so that I can get her across the country, and I can make sure that she has the transportation that she needs there, and the budget and all of those things, because that's my job. And so that is what I'm fighting for, that for everything that she wants, that's good for her mind and good for her body and good for her future, that I'm in a position that I can say, heck yeah, let's do it, baby girl. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. We'll find a way. Because options are my love language. So this was a great word for me, Leanne, and I'm so grateful for you for sharing it with us. And I think it's going to make a beautiful year for you. And all of you, thank you so much for jumping on here with the Coach's Corner. And Yes, I will say, all of you Colorado folks are going to be hearing from us. I was thinking about all the different people I knew in Colorado that I could connect her with. I'm like, perfect. She's going to have lots of good hands out there that if she has an emergency before mom can get back, I'm going to connect her with all y'all. So thank you, Dr. Bob. And thank you guys so much, Ellie. Miss Tammy, all y'all are going to be hearing from her. But I love you guys. I hope you have a beautiful Tuesday. We'll have Coach back tomorrow, so it won't just be me, but appreciate you tuning in. And I'm going to go figure out how to say that word. So love you guys. Have a beautiful day.